Welcome to Nature Health Benefits Live. In this set of 3 videos, we're exploring why being out in nature is good for your physical, mental, and emotional health. Today we have 3 experts from the USDA Forest Service here to help us learn about nature and mental benefits. Monica Darien, Cassandra Johnson, and Michelle Kondo. We're so excited to share their expertise with you. And they're joined today with our host, also from the Forest Service, Farah Masumi.
In our first video, we talked a little bit about how the outdoors can benefit your physical health. Today, let's find out how it can also benefit your mental and emotional health with the use of green spaces. Green spaces are areas outdoors that people can use for a variety of purposes. Green spaces include parks, playgrounds, gardens, wooded areas, and grassy fields. Spending time in green spaces can benefit your health.
We're more likely to get out if we have a green space to go for a walk or go for a bike ride or things like this and just be more active.
Someone from a particular culture may engage in, say, like fishing. A lot of times the way that people use green spaces when they go outdoors, it depends on like their family background, their culture.
It also helps us make better decisions for our communities in terms of how we manage our parks and forests and shorelines and other nature-rich places, and what we can do to make them more available, to make sure they're there in the first place, and then make sure that they're welcoming to people and meeting people where they're at.
That was especially important in recent years. When the global COVID-19 pandemic hit the United States in 2020, many people began staying home more often. Some schools, workplaces, stores, and other gathering places closed or operated on new, limited schedules. Many people felt the effects of isolation and stress.
As the pandemic continued, people looked for ways to feel healthier, happier, and more connected. Many people turned to the outdoors. Outdoor recreation areas like national forests experienced a huge increase in visitors. The USDA Forest Service estimated an increase of 25 million visitors to the national forests and grasslands in 2020 alone. People enjoyed outdoor activities like hiking, biking, and camping. They also enjoyed spending time with family and friends in safer, socially distanced settings. Simply being outdoors and enjoying the scenery and breathing fresh air made many people feel healthier, calmer, and happier. Scientists have been researching the wellness benefits of nature for many years. Some of these benefits contribute to our mental health since being outdoors can help us feel more relaxed and less stressed. The National Environmental Education Foundation, or NEEF, reported that exposure to nature can reduce stress levels in children by as much as 28%.
There are lots of ways we can measure stress, and all of them seem to respond in a positive way when we spend time outdoors in nature.
Other studies have shown that being outdoors can help us focus better and be more attentive. According to NEEF, even a 20-minute walk in nature can help children with the Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, concentrate better.
We also know that outdoor time helps us focus and pay attention better and helps our brain function.
Being outdoors also encourages social interactions, like playing a game of basketball with your neighbors or taking a walk with a friend. These social interactions can help people feel more connected and less alone.
There's really good evidence that natural environments bring people together. So we call that social cohesion. If I think about my own life, I think about going on hikes with my family or having picnics. I might be out raking leaves in my yard and I might see my neighbor who's also raking leaves and have a chat. Or when I'm shoveling snow off of my sidewalks, I'm outdoors, I'm doing an activity, and these are times of the year when I most speak with my neighbors, right? So outdoors and nature brings us together.
I think the social piece is really important too. How we have spaces to connect with each other, just sort of the opportunistic meeting of people who are different from you that might happen in a park or in a public place where people from all walks of life, people of all ages are spending time. There's opportunity when you have these public shared natural spaces for people to intersect with each other. And I think that's really valuable for our understanding of each other and our understanding of the world.
And it doesn't take much to get together. Many outdoor activities like a casual game of soccer do not require much equipment. In this case, the children play soccer with only a soccer ball and no goals, marked fields, or soccer gear.
It doesn't matter so much how a person or how people use the outdoors or green spaces. What's most important is that people connect to the out of doors.
Outdoor spaces can impact people and communities in other ways too. Since most people living in the United States live in urban areas, even small outdoor spaces can provide a space away from heat, noise, and air pollution, all factors that can negatively impact human health. Street trees are one type of urban forest. Even when trees are only planted in a small area, these trees can clean the air and water, help manage stormwater runoff, and provide shade and cooling in the cities. They are also habitats for a variety of organisms like insects, birds, and squirrels. Some studies have shown that green space may help us recover from mental fatigue. Mental fatigue happens when our brains get tired and overwhelmed from processing so much information all the time. That information isn't just what we're learning at school or what we're thinking about at work. We also process information when we watch things on TV or on our computers and phones, when we listen to people talk, or when we read books, magazines, or even signs. Green space provides a place where our brains can rest from processing all that information, which also helps promote the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a meditation practice that helps people focus on their current environment and task. Green spaces can help students with this focus.
We spend a lot of time in front of screens. We spend a lot of time on our phones. And I think spending time outdoors is a great way to disconnect from that and the constant notifications. So just being able to take time to just be and focus on fewer things and what's right in front of you. Your notifications will always be waiting for you after.
And one way to get away from screens and other distractions for a while is to try forest bathing. Forest bathing is the process of a person spending time in nature while trying to connect all their senses to their environment. This includes looking at nature, listening to natural sounds, touching the flora, and deeply breathing plant-filtered air. It's related to mindfulness, and regular forest bathing has been shown to have major health benefits as we age. According to NIEF, studies suggest that forest bathing can reduce blood pressure and inflammation, as well as lower risk of cardiovascular disease, stroke, obesity, and even depression. Of course, not everyone can get outside to enjoy the outdoors as much as they might like. But studies are now suggesting that even having a view of nature has positive health benefits with therapeutic powers. One study found that when patients who were recovering from surgery were given windows with landscape views, they actually requested less pain medication. Another study suggested that cancer patients who had a view of nature reported feeling less pain and anxiety than patients who did not have a view of nature.
Even just having a little plant inside your house can be calming, and having something to care for or tend to, there are health benefits in that aspect of it as well.
Despite these benefits, some people are intimidated by the great outdoors.
For some groups, culture, their family backgrounds, plays an important part in influencing if they go outdoors at all, if they go into green spaces. And there may be some fears about going outdoors. People may be afraid of being bitten by some kind of insect. There may be a fear of snakes. In other cases, the neighborhoods that they live in may not be the safest places to go and explore the out of doors, even in parks. And in some cases, parents discourage their children from going outdoors.
A lot of these concerns can be overcome by enjoying the outdoors in groups.
One thing that people might do on a local level is to get together maybe with church or faith-based groups, doing something like that, and maybe going outdoors to places that are closer to home, park just down the street. There are groups, for example, Outdoor Afro, that was started out in California by a woman named Rue Mapp. As a single Black woman, when she would go out to, say, national parks or places like that, and a lot of times she would find that she was, say, the only Black person or person of color in those settings. So she wanted to see if there are other Black people who might want to do things outdoors. And so she was able to eventually found a group called Outdoor Afro, and there are chapters of Outdoor Afro in various places across the country. That's one really positive step.
And that positive step may have some great long-term benefits.
Many scientists all over the world are studying the impacts green spaces might have on humans. Some studies have shown that time in and around green spaces may help people concentrate better, think more creatively, work more cooperatively, and feel less stressed. Time in and around green spaces have been shown to increase people's feelings of community and social connection. Those feelings have been related to lower rates of mental illnesses like depression. Some scientists have even found evidence that green spaces can lower rates of crime and violence in neighborhoods.
Scientists are learning more all the time about the ways green spaces can impact people and their communities, and you can do that too. Here's our challenge for you this week. Find 15 minutes at least twice a week to go outside. What do you hear, smell, and see? How do you feel about your observation time outside? If you can't get outside this week, look at a photo or photos of nature. What do you find appealing about these photos? For more detailed information about these challenges, visit the Natural Inquirer website and find out how you can make an impact.
But you know what else can impact people? That more Nature Health Benefits Live videos are on their way.
In 1 week, we'll follow a research study about greening vacant lots and its possible impact on mental health. And in 2 weeks, join us for a live question and answer program where our experts will answer your questions live. Leave a question in the comments section of this video and we'll try to answer it during the stream. If you think of a question later, you can also write it in the comments section of the stream while we're live. All of our videos and streams will be available on the Natural Inquirer YouTube channel.
Nature Health Benefits Live is brought to you by a partnership with the Natural Inquirer and the USDA Forest Service. The Forest Service manages about 193 million acres of national forests and grasslands throughout the United States. We also work in partnership with tribal and state governments and private landowners to benefit another 600 million acres, not to mention our work internationally.
Meanwhile, the Natural Inquirer is a program that takes scientific research papers and rewrites them in easy-to-understand language for students at many different grade levels. All of their materials are free to order or download on their website. Speaking of which, their site also has some recommendations for activities you can do outdoors and indoors to connect with nature.
So after you finish this video, you might as well keep exploring these other amazing resources. In the meantime, get outside and stay healthy.